Alright, so this Shadebinder Monte Carlo build is just way too much fun. I haven't used anything but it since Beyond Light launched. It's seriously an insane ad killing machine, and it's so incredibly satisfying to play. Let's talk about the build itself. First thing you need is, obviously, Monte Carlo. So what's special about Monte Carlo is that the new Shadebinder melee synergizes really well with both the exotic perks. The two perks are Monte Carlo Method. Dealing damage with this weapon reduces your melee cooldown and grants a chance to fully charge your melee ability with each kill. And Markov Chain. This weapon gains increased damage from melee kills and kills with this weapon. Melee kills grant ammo for this weapon. Moving on to the subclass options. Of course, you only have the one melee option as of right now, so that's what you'll be using. For our fragments, we have the Whisper of Fissures, increases the damage and size of the burst of stasis when you destroy a stasis crystal or destroy a frozen target. As well as the Whisper of Hedrons, gain a bonus to weapon damage after freezing a target with stasis. For grenades, I personally like Dusklight for the suction effect to group adds, but this choice is personal preference. All options will work pretty well because of their ability to freeze enemies or to shatter. Our aspect is Ice Flare Bolts, as it is the only option currently for Warlocks, but it also has great synergy with the Warlock melee. Finally, for our armor, we're using Claws of Ahamkara for the additional melee charge. On top of it, there's a new seasonal mod from the artifact called Berserker, which, when your super ends, you gain a temporary bonus to weapon damage. The duration and strength of this bonus increases based on the number of combatants you defeated with your super. I have yet to unlock it, but I imagine it may be able to give you some incredibly large burst windows for ad clear, and I'm super excited to unlock it and try it out. We're gonna hop into some gameplay here to see exactly why this build is so nuts, but the general flow of the build looks like this. You shoot your melee, and then you shoot your gun. No, seriously, that's it. It's that easy. What happens is when you shoot your melee into a group of adds, the melee blows up, freezing and shattering all of them or most of them. The Whisper of Fissure fragments helps you secure a kill with increased shatter damage and kills more with that increased shatter AoE. After freezing an enemy, Whisper of Hedrons procs, giving you increased weapon damage for 10 seconds. However, since you also killed someone with your melee ability, Monte Carlo's perk, Markov Chain, also procs at full strength, also giving you even more increased weapon damage. As you'll soon see, this ends up giving you about 2 times more headshot damage per bullet, which for ad clear is disgusting. Additionally, because of Markov Chain, melee kills reload your weapon, allowing you to keep shooting, which also recharges your melee on hits and a chance to fully charge your melee on kills. Paired with Claws of Ahamkara, you have 2 charges of melee that give you bonus damage to your gun, which then speeds up how fast you get your melee back thanks to killing everything faster. This ends up turning into this incredibly satisfying feedback loop of shattering a group of mobs with your melee and then melting more adds with your Monte Carlo. So you can see, without any buffs, the Monte Carlo is doing about 996 damage on a headshot. With both buffs active, that increases to 2055. I believe it was about at 2.14 times, but for the sake of simplicity, we'll just go with about 2 times greater. It's pretty nuts, and it allows you to clear mobs effortlessly. So I know I've been focusing only on PvE, but I did take the chance to take this build into PvP, and it did perform quite well. Honestly, a little too well with the state of PvP as it is. Having so many melees up is quite gross, but a lot of fun doing it. I definitely recommend trying that out. But as for me, that's everything If you liked the video, I am planning on making more on Warlock builds and Warlock guides, so feel free to stick around the channel. I am also on Twitch at MattyBFrags. I do plan on streaming more frequently, so feel free to give me a follow if you enjoyed the content. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Europa.